method for drying turned wooden bowls. Boiling wood was mentioned as a way to prevent cracking without waiting for air drying or taking the risk of kiln drying. I can't provide any insight on boiling wood, but I did do a run of bowls that I microwaved. Lydia, my lovely wife, worked as the marketing VP for a local zoo. The zoo was creating an Africa exhibit to go along with the giraffe exhibit they were building. They needed multiple bowls to be used as displays in the huts to be visited by the guests. Of course, they needed them within a few weeks, and dear Lydia knew that I had made her a 12-inch sugar maple salad mixing bowl. With the utmost belief that old Sneelock would pull off another miracle, she said I would be happy to help. I didn't have carefully dried turning blanks set aside waiting for such a project. Laminated bowls would not fit in the motif. I had few alternatives. I had read a magazine article about drying wood with a microwave and decided that this was the time to try it. I went over to Mom and Dad's woods and cut down a cherry tree that had gotten hung up after the last storm. I cut the trunk into approximately 20 pieces, varying from 15 inches to 8 inches in relation to their diameter. After splitting, I had about 30 usable billets. I turned the first bowl that night. After roughing the bowl to about 3/4 inch thickness, I put it in the shop microwave. Yes, I know. Why did my shop need a microwave? That's a story for another day. The article said that I had to use low power and short cycles. If I recall correctly, the microwave was 1100 watts, and I ran the bowl through 3 or 4 cycles of 2 minutes each at the number 3 setting. I think that would work out to 330 watts. I checked the bowl after each run, and the surface didn't get warm. The first 3 times there was moisture escaping the bowl and condensing on the glass plate of the turntable. After the 4th, the plate was dry. I finished the bowl out, sanding and waxing it like I had the salad bowl. The next day, Lydia came home and said the bowl was very nice. Too nice. They wanted bowls that looked like they were made by hand. Despite my protests that no self-respecting turner would make ugly lopsided bowls, no matter where they were, I finished 20 of the least satisfying, ugliest, clunkiest bowls I have ever made. I still dried them with a microwave. With the usual variations, the process worked. Within a 2-week window, after some long nights, they were completed and delivered. In payment for the wood following the same process, I made a bowl from the best chunk and gave it to my mother. When she passed, I got it back. It's holding apples in the kitchen. Still in good shape after 15 years. A note of caution. During the rush to make ugly bowls, I left a spigot on the bottom of one that was about 2 inches thick. When I microwaved it, I ran it a little hotter and a little longer without apparent effect. When I remounted it to turn off the spigot, there was a 1-inch diameter burned hollow in the middle of the spigot. I think if I had gone another few seconds, it would have burst into flame when the pocket opened to the air. When I visited the exhibit on opening day, I couldn't help but notice that there wasn't a single bowl in any of the displays. I haven't turned a bowl since. I turn handles for myself. I even use the pretty ones.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.